What's up, guys? Welcome to the Aledius Sports Channel. I'm your host, Enrique Aledius, and this is NFL Talk. We're going to get into it right now, right away, real quick. Chiefs against the Ravens. This is going to be an unbelievable matchup, guys. I mean, AFC Championship on the line. We finally get Lamar, right? Deep in the playoffs here against, of course, the reigning, defending champions, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs. It's going to be a good one. I feel like this kind of is going to kind of boil down to, well, for sure Lamar, Mahomes, right, making big plays, but I think kind of underneath that layer, you're going to get I think like the Chiefs' offensive line up against the Baltimore Ravens defensive line is going to be something that I'm going to look out for, just in terms of like look, you got the Chiefs O line, right, like they're strong in the interior. But there's sometimes some, I guess, vulnerabilities there on like the tackle positions, right? Like Donovan Smith, Juwan Taylor, they've kind of allowed a good amount of pressures and penalties this season, right? I think Smith has like 42 pressures, 7 QB hits allowed. Juwan Taylor, 47 pressures and 5 sacks allowed. So I mean, those are points where you think maybe the Ravens defense could kind of get a bit of an advantage on. But and then you look at the Ravens D line, right? They're look at Matabuke, Clowney, Calvin Noy, Oweh, like a lot of these guys they are tough guys. This Ravens defense, I feel like, has gone under the radar throughout a lot of this season, and I just feel like people don't really talk about the Ravens as much. But when they do, they definitely mention how great of a D line they've had, and just overall the Ravens defense has been pretty good. And of course, you cannot like look at the Ravens and think about just the impact of Lamar, right? In this game, I think what Lamar brings that a lot of people on a national stage are going to see if they haven't already. I think a lot of people know about Lamar, but just at this point, I feel like he's become more of a dual threat now, right? I think that he is, of course, everyone knows about how he can extend plays and he opens up lanes with his leg, right? With the way he runs his run game. He opens up lanes, and also because of the fact that like the defenses have to account for the fact that he can scramble and rush, it does create a little bit of opportunity in the passing game for him, and I think that's where he's matured as a QB here. Is that I feel like personally, like he's gotten a good arm. He's improved his arm. He's gotten really good. He can be a pocket passer. He's not all the time, right? But I feel like he can be. And I feel like that read option he has efficiency in that read option game. That's going to challenge the defense of the Chiefs. I think specifically their edge defenders, linebackers. Like that discipline and decision making of that defense is going to be tested, right? Because Lamar is something he's not even human sometimes. You look at the way he plays and the way that he even just manipulates the scheme and the way the defense approaches, strategizing against them. It's going to be fun to watch, and he's definitely entertaining for sure. But personally, I feel like Lamar's going to have a huge impact, both with his arm and the way he can run the ball. It's going to be a tough night for the Chiefs, I think. But I think now, when you think about the Chiefs defense, right? I think one of the things you're going to have to be able to do is you're going to have to try to contain him, but also like that secondary, the Chiefs secondary, I think that's going to be important for them to at least get some, if you can somehow contain Lamar, but put pressure on him, but also just try to force some bad throws, hell, maybe the interception or turnover. But I do think that, having Lamar's threat as a runner could definitely lead a little bit more to, a bit of a zone read, RPO plays, and just they're going to have to watch out for that, right? They're going to try to keep the Chiefs defense off balance and, try to open up some lanes for either a run game or a quick pass. So things like that are going to be things that the defense of the Chiefs are going to have to look out for. Again, like I mentioned, I feel like his arm has gotten a lot better over the years. And, like the Chiefs secondary is going to have to watch out for. I think Lamar has got a good deep ball. I feel like it's improved over the years. And I think that he's progressed better as a passer. And that was always the knock on Lamar over in the years past, right? It's like, oh, well, he can't really pass the ball. He can just run it. He's basically a running back. And I think this year he's shown that he can really pass the ball, So for me personally, a huge fan of Lamar, and I do think that, he's become a better leader now. And you heard it in the last game, right? Against the Texans at halftime. They're, they said Lamar stood up and was like, "Hey, like let's get our shit together here," and they were able to kind of take over in the second half of that game. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough go for the Chiefs if they can't contain them. So like what's that old saying? Like you can't really stop them, but you can try to contain them or whatever. But I think it should be a good matchup to see how the Chiefs try to handle Lamar. But on the other hand, you got Patrick Mahomes, right? And I do think that the maybe one of the keys or a couple of keys here for the Chiefs to win the game, right? I mean, I think starting off, like maybe they can exploit the Ravens secondary, right? I mean, they're strong, but they can be sometimes there's gonna be holes in their secondary there, right? And I think now that like last game, you got. I felt like you finally got some of the receivers catching the ball for Mahomes, right? MVS, I think, had a couple good catches there. I think they're just starting to kind of, get rolling at the right time and get hot at the right time. But I do think that what we're probably going to see is a lot of quick passes, maybe because of the Ravens' just really good pass rush. So, Mahomes might rely on Kelsey and, just like those short, quick throws to kind of get the ball moving a little bit. I definitely think that, Kelsey's going to be a big target in this game. But then also, like, Mahomes is Mahomes, right? So a lot of off script plays, a lot of scrambling, and especially against a defense like the Ravens, being able to extend plays and make throws outside the pocket really, I think, are going to be crucial. And it's one of the things Mahomes is best at. That's why he's one of the best of all time in these off script plays, right? So, it's interesting because Lamar's good at it too, but you're going to get, a good little, I guess, similar styles in a sense. But I do feel like Lamar's just, I feel like a better runner than Mahomes, but I think Mahomes just has that creativity and that ability to withstand really just like hanging in there until the very last second, and then he throws an incredible dart to one of his guys. So it should be interesting. I also think pre-snap reads and audibles are going to be maybe a big point in this game, right? I think the Ravens they'll have often like pre-snap disguises to confuse a quarterback here and there, and Mahomes is I think over the years he's gotten a lot better. I think there was a one point early in his career, right? I think he said it was like until his second year or whatever, he wasn't really like as good at reading the defense, but he's definitely improved on that over the years and stuff. But I think just being able to read the defense and make the right audibles there at the line could be important for the Chiefs. But also again, like I mean, it's going to be a tough game for Mahomes if his receivers aren't there for him, right? I think you can only throw the ball to Kelsey so much, but I do think a big point of this game for the Chiefs is it's going to come down to Pacheco. My opinion, they're going to run the hell out of the ball. I think with Pacheco, and he's just been playing really, really well for the Chiefs, not just throughout the season, especially in this playoffs. So, my opinion, I think that's going to be one of the biggest key factors for the Chiefs to win is just how they, can kind of protect Mahomes in the pocket against that really good pass rush. A lot of those off script plays, but then, I think Pacheco is going to be, again, having a big game. If the Chiefs win the game, I think it's going to be a lot due to him getting a lot of yards there in the run game for sure. But, this is why you play the game, and this is going to be exciting. I'm excited for this game, both games really, but this one's going to be interesting because I'm really interested to see how the Ravens try to take down the Chiefs, and how the Chiefs are, let's see if that last game, they really had a good game against the Bills, if they are getting hot at the right time, or are they going to run into a bit of a buzzsaw that is the Baltimore Ravens? So we'll see. I'm excited personally. I'm going for the Ravens. I want to see Lamar make it. I want to see him win. So we'll see how this goes. But my bet's on the Ravens. I hope they pull it off. But either way, it should be a fun game to watch. But yeah, that should be a fun one for a lot of people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who do you think is going to win? How do you think they're going to win? What's important for the Ravens or the Chiefs to kind of do in order to get the dub here and move on to the Super Bowl? So only 3 games left of the NFL season. This is going to be, it sucks that it's basically almost, it's over after, this round and whatever, but let's enjoy this. Let's have a fun time watching the rest of this NFL season. And again, Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want more videos, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Catch you later.